Bama gang. Cause we always hit the nail on the head. So check this out, my Miami Hurricane fans. Now, as you guys know, I reported a little bit while back about the ACC going into the 3-5-5 method. You know, the pod kind of thing. 3 permanent opponents and rotating the other 5. So basically, Miami, my team, will be playing, 3 opponents every season, and then they'll have 5 that rotate. So as you guys can see on the screen right here, at Lawn Sports, they put out a possibilities. So we're going to go through it. We're going to look at some of the possibilities for the University of Miami, and then possibility for some of the other teams in the conference. Now, I know some of you guys don't care about the other teams in the conference, so we'll cover Miami first. And if you guys don't care for the rest, then, you can always just click off the video. It is what it is. But do me a huge favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't already subscribed. But major deal, hit the like button. Please and thank you. So let's get into it. ACC football, possible annual matchups. As you guys know, divisionless. No more Atlantic, no more Coastal. Just the 2 best teams out of the conference each year will play against each other for the ACC championship. This could be implemented in 2023. So let's get to it. So we don't really have to read the basics on here. This, that, and the third. I will put a link down below, basically for you guys to check out the article. But let's get straight to it. Miami. So Miami, and basically Miami's possible 3 opponents, permanent opponents. Florida State, of course, it's a rivalry. Every year it happens. It is what it is. Miami's leading that. We got that. Okay, so Wake Forest and Virginia. So according to Athlon Sports, they're thinking that Miami will play Florida State, Wake Forest, and Virginia every year. Now, Florida State, yes. Wake Forest, I don't know. Virginia, we're in the same conference. We're in the same division as of right now. Let's see what they say though. Beyond Florida State, the Hurricanes' 2 biggest league rival in terms of games played are Pitt and Virginia Tech. Those are the 2 teams that I thought possibly should have been our opponent, but hey, let's see what they say. But due to these programs' Northeast connections, that make other games more appealing. So, they might want to put Pitt against more teams that's closer to their area. Might be able to be a bigger kind of rival. The game might have bigger implements or whatever the reason is. They saying that, but due to those programs, connections or whatever, it might be more appealing. Miami will have to create new traditions. So Virginia and Wake Forest, they have seen Virginia plenty in the Coastal, of course, but Wake Forest, a team they haven't battled since 2013, would be new. 2013, guys. We haven't played these guys in almost 10 years now. So that you get what I'm saying? I think this 3-5-5 deal is way better than what we got going on right now. So since 2013 would be new. Georgia Tech was considered instead of Wake, but the Jacket schedule is tough enough without the Canes. So there you have it. Most of us want Florida State, Clemson, and possibly, Virginia Tech or Pitt or one of those teams. But according to them, Florida State, Wake Forest, and Virginia will be more appeasable. So let's just see the rest of the conference, what they laid out for them other than Miami. So Boston College, another team in the ACC. Boston College would face Florida State, Syracuse, and Virginia Tech every year. I'm not going to read into the details of those, just going to run through them for you. Not trying to make this a a really long video. So Clemson, they would face Georgia Tech, Florida State, and Louisville. This is a every season deal right here. Duke, North Carolina, NC State, and Georgia Tech. North Carolina and NC State, I could see that, being in that North Carolina area. But who knows? Maybe a Wake Forest would have been, good for a Duke. But nonetheless, now Florida State would go Miami, Clemson, and Boston College. So nothing to cry about, Seminole fans. You play these three teams every year, anyways. So nothing to cry about here. Georgia Tech, Clemson, Wake Forest, Duke. Louisville, Syracuse, Clemson, and Pitt. Of course, we already went through Miami. North Carolina, Duke, NC State, and Virginia. NC State, North Carolina, Wake Forest, and Duke. Pitt, Louisville, Virginia Tech, Syracuse. Boston College, Pitt, Louisville. Virginia would play North Carolina, Virginia Tech, and Miami, of course. Virginia Tech, they would have Boston College, Virginia, and Pitt. So they kind of, keeping the rival, Virginia versus Virginia Tech, of course. Wake Forest, NC State, Miami, and Georgia Tech. All right, so that pretty much wrapped up that. Like I said, Athlon Sports. This is their 355 concept. Let me know what you guys are thinking. How would you guys feel about that? Miami having to play. Miami would have to play basically Florida State, Wake Forest, and Virginia according to this model. How would you guys feel about that? As long as we whoop Florida State, every season, I'm okay. As long as we get Clemson every other year, I'm all right with that. We're going to play everybody in the ACC. We're going to have more matchups, more rivals, more traditions being, created. I'm all for it. To be honest with you, I think this concept will work for pretty much every conference, not just the ACC. I mean, other than the Big Ten, I think their scheduling is already good as it is. They got great matchups every year. But let me know what you guys think, man. Miami versus Florida State versus Wake Forest versus Virginia Tech every single season. That's tough.